Jason's live stream for the bit where I wasn't over here. From what I understand, there's actually some pretty good activity. But we are back from going and chatting with who was up there. We wanted to make sure the cars were okay and to make sure that we were okay.
All right, guys, this is part 2.
It ended up turning into quite a little adventure on its own. So it's not going to be a good video because I used my cell phone for it. But here's the clip of what happened while we were up there.
Sorry, everyone. The stream ended unexpectedly. I don't know what happened. This is going to be considered part 2 now, so sorry about the interference and interruption. Al, if you want, take your time talking to the microphone, share what you learned. Actually, okay. Let me mic you up.
Chilly, chilly.
Get some light on that. Can somebody keep some light on that, Alan?
Yeah. Okay, so for everybody returning for the part 2, as you guys know, there is the ATVs and a few vehicles and the bonfire going up there. So myself and RJ decided we were going to go up to make sure that the vehicles were okay. Once we got up there, they were kind of talking. They knew we were there and they were kind of like eyeballing us a little bit. So we made the decision to approach them since initially the first guy dumping pallets for the fire had seen us and we talked to him anyway. But we wanted to be able to see who the whole group was and make sure that they knew that, you know, they were our cars. We were still back here and make sure things were on a good term. And we ended up talking to them. A couple of the guys had mentioned some poltergeist activity out here that they know of. They actually gave RJ and myself a ride in one of the ATVs to try to bring us to the location where the occurrence happened. And after that, speaking to them, unfortunately, the whole memorial sighting that's here, where we had mentioned that there was the suicide lately, or well, most recently, actually was related to the group that's up there with the fire. So that's kind of unfortunate, but what the story was, because, you know, apparently they like ghosts, they like ghost hunters, they like ghostbusters, all that kind of stuff. So they did tell us, you know, they were curious if we would find anything from that, which personally I would think people would be a little bit more standoffish when it's, you know, a relative or something like that. But they did tell us the information that actually it wasn't what other people were saying where it was inside of here in one of the houses. It actually was down by the memorial, he said, a couple feet away from where there's like a tree log or something like that. And he actually suicided by gun to his own head. So it's an unfortunate story. I guess it's nice that we at least, you know, were able to find out the truth behind it. But like I said, knowing that they're here and knowing, you know, obviously the grieving that they're going through over the situation, it does make things a little bit different because it's not like you're hunting and you're going to, you know, catch like older ghosts and things like that. There's one that's more recent and their family and friends are actually here with us while we're doing this. So it's definitely a twist.
All right, guys, I'm going to pause you guys, not pause you, but mute you guys for a second. I'm just going to talk to the guys a quick second, then we will be right back. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, yeah, gonna illuminate red. It's not so bright.
He's the devil.
We are gonna wrap things up here. Before we do, though, I'm gonna have everyone get. Fortunately, the stream did end. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I hit the button by accident, but first the gimbal died, then the stream died. So this is part 2. But everything that would have happened as far as activity goes would have been in part 1. But mainly this was for Alan to kind of share the information as to what he learned from the individual who took their life here. As for tonight though, aside from us freezing right now, I actually think it was 100% success. We had, at least for myself, so much activity and responses, it was mind-blowing. That's the best, single-handedly, best flashlight interaction experience I've ever had. Instantaneous responses. We learned a lot of information about the individuals that we spoke with. And even earlier with the K2 experience, we got a lot of hits on that. Light was going off, solid yellow, even red a couple times. And they were answering our questions pretty rapidly. But as to whether or not, there are other spirits here, we really don't know. We do know, though, that who we did speak with was part of the railroad company. They did live here, they did die here, and they are somehow trapped here. We didn't have any type of activity by the courtyard with the pool area where the waiting pool was. And we did hear some sounds here and there of like leaves crunching, stuff like that. But aside from that, though, the main activity was the flashlight, the K2. But Alan was recording his Jesse doll. He doesn't have a ton of footage because he was, again, speaking with the individuals to see what was going on about what they witnessed here. But we do know of at least 3 confirmed deaths that are reported. But aside from that, there probably is many more that were not publicly made known. But I'm going to take a few moments now. I'm going to pass the microphone and the red lighter on to everyone. They're going to take a few moments just to share what their experience was, how they think tonight went, and if they have any type of activity that they experienced single-handedly. So once we do that, I will give you a couple departing thoughts, and that'll be it. But just want to thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Let's get the microphone here. All right, so who's up first?
Give the microphone to Adam. I'll hold the light.
Okay. Just hold it there. Okay.
Well, in the building that Matt and I were in, we got some spikes on the K2 meter. Mm-hmm. I think I saw some lights go out as if someone was going through it on the grid, and I was getting a feeling of the name Braden and the name Wayne. I don't know where they're from. I don't know if they were from the time frame when the area was in use, but those names came to me. I don't know what the basis of them are, but those names came to me for somehow as maybe a way to communicate with me.
Yeah, we got a little bit of activity with the K2 meter, but I saw a little bit, especially on the steps when we went from the first little duplex we went to. It was we didn't really get hardly anything there, and then we moved to the next one over, and then that's where we started getting some activity there. But this is my first time here to Concrete City. Really cool place. I definitely recommend coming out here and checking this place out.
I second that.
Who's next?
Look at my little response. You feel anything, bud?
Just hold that.
Ooh. What's going on, guys? This is my second time here. Second paranormal investigation also. I was bouncing around between both groups. I didn't myself catch too much paranormal activity, but when I came over to where JP was, I saw the flashlight blinking, and and the temperature's changing too, so I got to see a little bit. Not as much as I would hope for, but you never know what comes in the future. So you never know, might be back for some more.
Hello, everybody. I honestly hate to say it, didn't really feel much tonight. And with some of the footage that I got, I'm curious to see what I did get. I had 2 cameras going on my own, so I want to take a look and see what I got. I did have to go away for a little bit with Alan to talk to those people up there on the four-wheelers and quads and stuff, so I did miss quite a bit with the flashlight and things like that. So I'm definitely interested in coming back and looking into the story that we were told by them to see what that was about, because that was in broad daylight. So other than that, we just had a great time with great friends again, and just look forward to more adventures with them. So
Alan?
Yeah, but I'm not really recording it. Okay. Where do I grab it at? Right here. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I definitely, for one, I am curious to see what I did actually capture in the time frame that I did record. However, now we have these guys on Facebook where we're going to be able to actually monitor them and keep tabs on when they're going to be here. So I think as far as if we come back here in the summertime to maybe try to do more buildings, try to check out another side, because this was mainly this one strip, so we could always do different areas at a later date when it's actually warmer outside. But the main thing is, again, if these guys are the bulk of the commotion, now we actually know what they're doing here. We know that they're local to the area, and this is kind of an all the time thing for them. But we'll be able to know when they plan on coming here, so maybe we can work next time to where we don't have the background noise.
Before we depart, we do have a special guest who's going to make an appearance here. He just kind of arrived last minute. But everyone that is here tonight, though, is going to be linked down below in the description. But here he is now. You've seen it here first. Bigfoot does exist on JPVideos channel. that was unexpected, but so much fun. But anyways, guys, if you want to catch the replays of what you missed, you can watch the replays under the Paranormal playlist. They will be linked there. They will be public videos, so you can watch them whenever you want. Again, super great night, cold, but we had a lot of fun. I want to thank each and every one of these guys for coming out, hanging out with us tonight, and experiences this together, because it definitely, not only safety in numbers, but just as the camaraderie, we always have a lot of fun hanging out. But if you haven't done so, make sure you give the video a thumbs up on the way out. If you want to see more videos like this with the paranormal investigations, or have suggestions on what you'd like us to do, feel free to comment down below or reach out to myself or Alan. We are always open to some input and suggestions on future locations. Cliff's in the background. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoy the rest of your night and your weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow night for Sunday Night Live. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.